Just came across this video on TikTok of a black woman whose Dutch partner called the police on her.
Back my baby. I cannot leave my baby. I cannot leave my baby.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren
and I'm Maureen.
Right, so in today's episode we are going to be reacting to a video that has been going viral of a palm-colored man who called the police on his African wife.
Yeah, and this he says it is because he had an argument with his wife and he wanted the police to de-escalate what was going on between the two of them.
Right, now it's how the police handled his wife that is what the internet took an issue with.
Yeah, and this is because his wife was just from giving birth, and it's alleged that she gave birth through C-section, and the police, when they came to handle her, they were beating up on her.
Right, so guys, we don't want to talk a lot. The husband came out later on to give his account of the story, and so we are going to be playing you the videos we put together for you without any interruption, and then after we'll come back and give our commentaries on this. Let's watch, then we come back and talk about it.
Remember to please subscribe if you're new to our channel. Also consider leaving us a comment on what you think about this video. Let's watch.
Okay, jouw bedrag is alles
Meneer,
gezond.
I just had an operation. Yes, I just had an operation.
Ja.
He says that I have the right to stay. Association say you can call the association. They are the one that told me. He have no right to put me out of the house.
Ja.
Neither do you guys.
Maar als je hier niet ingeschreven
Yes,
staat
I
in
know.
de gemeente,
That is the
dan geef je geen recht om hier te wonen.
The associatie have
Ja.
mij gezegd.
Because
that
I told them.
with the baby.
Ja.
So far,
They are helping here to me.
Registered in this house, and
Maybe
then
I
he's
He's
not
fine.
registered in this house also.
Jawel, he's
Show
registered
me,
in this
where
house.
is it? Where is it?
What?
He's not, we are both not registered here. Sorry, mama.
You are taking the baby's life in a risk with your behavior.
Luke.
Yes.
Yeah?
Talk some facts, man.
Nou, jongens,
Please.
we kunnen er lang of...
Welke spullen wil je meenemen? Anders gaan we daar naar buiten begeleiden.
I'm just calling my brother to see if he can come and pick us up.
You cannot pick him up.
He can,
So we
he
are done
cannot-
with arguing. You
Yeah,
can pack
the
the stuff
baby
now.
and the baby
If you
have
are
no
not packing
rights to
stuff
stay
now, we
here.
are going to help you outside our home.
No.
Oké. Ja, jongens, snel door.
Ja.
Kom.
Ma'am, wait.
We are gonna help you.
Don't put me. Look what you're doing.
Yeah, look what you are doing.
Handelen uit.
Ja.
Yeah, baby.
Back my baby.
I cannot leave my baby. I cannot leave my baby. Hey. I cannot leave my baby.
Let me tell you guys, let me talk to my fellow sisters who are in these countries engaging with these people. If your partner ever calls the police on you, act dumb. Act dumb, act so demure, act so polite to the police that they cannot believe it. Because the most reason these people use to the police when they want to take away your children is you're violent, aggressive, and you have mental health issues. That is the argument they use, because you know, for us Africans, when somebody is accusing you of something, you want to defend yourself. You know, you want to say some things, you want to throw words here and there. That's just how we are, but we are not violent. Like, it's not violent. Okay, there are people who are violent. You know what I mean? But when the police are coming and then you're trying to explain to the police and your voice is going up and you're like, no, I didn't do that. The police will say, okay, actually this guy was actually right. This guy is violent. So if your partner ever calls the police on you, my sisters, please pray to the God of calmness so that you're calm, collected, and you know you're talking to the police with a balanced mind. Because the moment you shout or raise your voice or become a little bit agitated, they actually now take this guy's side and say you're actually violent and you know you have mental health issues. Because that is the argument majority of them do use. But lakini tunajua nani anakuanga na mental health issues. That's number one. Number two, These makaratasi zenye tunatafuta, or the paperwork, if somebody has given you paperwork or you're looking for someone to give you paperwork, please be mindful who you find.
Father of Mikael, and I need to tell something. First of all of this situation, it didn't happen because I want to take Mikael away or something. All of this happened because I just wanted to find the best solution for my family. After all, it was not me but the government that fucked up this whole situation. Let's put that on first. Because still till the day of the day, I'm fighting with my woman to have our son back. And it's hurting both of us, you know. I lost my son. My wife lost my son. Police put us up against each other. And that whole evening what happened, I don't have to tell it on internet, but all I need to tell is that I was the one trying to keep my patience, and I started to panic and I didn't want to escalate the situation, so I thought maybe if I call the police it will calm down the situation, but instead of that it calmed down, they put me in front of fucked up shit, that they beat up my woman and that they took away my child. And it's never ever the intention if you call the police that they beat up your woman or something. What the fuck? Who wants that? Nobody. I thought they will come with a solution or something, but no, they didn't. They made it a whole scene from it. But now I'm still together with Patricia, fighting against this government that doing this to the both of us. Because we are sitting here in this audio next to each other. First of all, it's also like people are thinking wrong about me on the internet. I'm in this fight together with Patricia, together against this government. I'm not the one fighting against Patricia. The government is fighting against Patricia. We are holding each other's hand now because we are desperate, and, you know, we need help in this one, because this government, they are using all these powers to take our baby away, our baby that we have made with love, that we all both wanted, you know. We love our baby and we want our baby back. That's all we both want.
Hi. Hi. Hey, love. Hi. Hey, baby. Why is he like this? Huh?
He's shocked, huh?
Yeah.
I look shocked.
Yeah. What's wrong with him?
It's
okay, baby. Let me hold him, baby. Can you feel my paycheck? His mama. What did they do to you?
What did they do to you? Huh? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Look, mama. Huh? What did they do to you, my love? Oh, baby. Hey. Oh, you're happy. Hey, you know, mama. Oh, oh, my love. It's mama. This is how we greet. You remember?
Yes.
Oh, I missed you so much. My love, you've grown. You are so big. Look at you. Oh, and there's Papa here. Oh my God. He's grown so much. I'm so sorry that we cannot see you grow, baby. My baby. I love you. I love. Hey, my love. Hey, baby. I'm so happy to see you. Wow, it's so beautiful. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this situation. This is quite sad. What I have to say is, I don't think Africans are aware of the magnitude of marrying a palm-colored person and moving abroad to their own country,
where they control the law, where they control the literal system that takes care of everybody in that country.
There's an African sister there who mentioned something about if you ever as an Africa find yourself in these countries where you're married to a palm-colored person and they end up calling the police on you, it's understandable that we Africans like defending ourselves, right? Yeah, and obviously by right now people know how naive Africans can be. So you move to these countries.
I don't actually think it's naivety. It's more of they don't know these palm-colored people in and out the way African Americans and other black people who've lived with them know them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know, guys. Can this really work? You let me know, because you really live alongside a majority of them. She advised that if they end up calling the police on you, you have to be really humble, and you have to
be very demure.
Right. You have to be acting like you're naive, you know. So does it really work? I know it can de-escalate the situation, because they also feel threatened for some reason, right? You've already been accused of violence. So she's advising, if you find yourself in that situation, you try and act naive, stupid, dumb, and be very humble.
Yeah,
but
so
does it work?
Does it really work? And also let me bring you back to the response of the husband, guys, how the husband was defending his actions.
Right. I feel like just because he got caught is why he tried to act like a man, but my personal opinions, this is just my own opinion, I feel like he's a coward.
True colors when the police came to his house.
Exactly. First of all, if you look at how that video was being filmed, he was hiding, right? He was filming it from behind a door, and he left the police and his wife to deal with the situation in the living room, all right? And then I know I heard him somewhere saying, look,
it's her fault that she was being beaten up on.
Right. Look at what you're doing
to yourself. It's your fault. And then on this other video that he brought to the internet to defend himself, he was blaming the government for bringing a rift between him, his wife, and his kid.
And he accused also the police of putting a rift between him and his wife and putting them up against each other. He also talked about police beating my woman, and I'm like, if you were a real man,
you could have gotten between the police and your woman to prevent the situation from escalating even further.
Not hiding behind the door and aggravating the situation by saying, look at what you've done, trying to make your wife look like some sort of I don't know what. Guys, let me just let me know about this situation. Personally, I was angered by this situation, and I hope this serves as a lesson for any black person from wherever. But let me just talk to Africans.
Who wants to marry a palm-colored person?
That is how you lose your child. When you go to these countries, they don't joke with you, and you don't joke with them, because I feel like at the end of the day, the last clip we played you of how they went to see their son and they were allowed, and she was, a mother's instinct. I feel like she noticed the child was different. She even said something about what have they done to you, right? And she tried picking up her son, and it's like her son couldn't recognize her, the way the son was looking at her, until she started doing something I think familiar to what how she normally greets him, is when the child recognized her. And I'm like, when all this was happening, does this man really care about this woman and the baby? Or I feel like he's just putting up an act for the internet.
My biggest feeling about the situation when they went back for their kid, I don't know if the kid has been returned back to them, is that this man, I have a feeling it's not completely factual, although you can also give us your sentiment on this matter. I have a feeling he only went back to this woman because you remember when the whole situation was unfolding, the wife, she opened a GoFundMe so that she could be given money to help with the legal fees of how she obtained back her baby. I feel like this man is there because of the GoFundMe. He's gone back and is calming down because he wants to wash this woman off of that money. In Africa, in Kenya, they say anataka kumwosha. So he wants to get his hands on that money. That's
And you know, guys, you know, when this woman, when you see her with the guy, I feel like also she's just tolerating him just because she's in his country and he looks like them, so that she can be able to get back her son.
But I feel like this woman, if she's clever, I truly hope with all my might that when she's given back her baby, she'll start looking for means and putting measures in place to leave this man and live with the baby.
Right, because I feel like this is the kind of person who'll always manipulate her. He'll always manipulate situations.
Yeah, and he'll always call the police on her because he knows the meaning of calling the police on a black woman.
Right. And then you guys, another thing I wanted to say, I'm talking to my African sisters or African brothers, because it also happens to men, right? If you're gonna, because we can't prevent these things, right? At the end of the day, people love who they love and they're gonna marry who they're gonna marry. At least just make sure you don't go and stay in his country where he has all the advantages. At least when your child is young, make sure you're in your own country, around people who love you, and among people who can defend you. Because I know much as they have money, some of them, not all of them usually do, but much as they have money and you know, you're coming from a corrupt country here in Africa, but at least being around people who care about you will help.
They'll always give you the benefit of the doubt when
they'll always defend you. Exactly, and they'll always defend you.
Yeah, like there's a clip I was seeing on TikTok from a very renowned journalist. She's a YouTuber called Ngugi. She was interviewing a Kenyan man who had gone to America back in the 90s for education purposes, and then he finished his education, decided to settle down there because he also got a very beautiful job, like well-paying job,
street
like kind of job, yeah. And then he decided to marry a palm-colored woman. They had a son. They raised their son. They had one or two sons. From what I understand, the last born is already 18 years of age, yeah. And then for you to stay with your wife for that long until you bear children become grown young adults, I believe you know, you should extend people grace when you're leaving them. The woman, out of the blue, from no reason, this man had finished paying for their house. He had put up several businesses in America. He was paying for his youngest kid's college, and this woman, out of nowhere, she finally decided to get up, divorce him, and she took everything from this man.
Even the house the man worked so hard
to pay off. She took everything, and
the man ended up coming back to Kenya
after nearly over 30 years, I think. He ended up coming back to Kenya with nothing but depression and anxiety because of losing his family and losing everything to this woman.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, the second lady, the African lady who was advising other Africans, right? The one that was not the whole video, so we cut off a bit of it because she digressed to Kiswahili, speaking to people in Kiswahili, because
she didn't want her video to be flagged or deplatformed.
Yeah, so she talked about a lot of things, amongst them how for Africans, when you're going to marry someone, especially someone outside your race, okay? And you know what we mean when we talk about this. So she said, be careful who you marry and move abroad with, because that person, okay, they're not marrying you for love, okay? So you make sure when you're marrying such a person, at least pick someone who is kind, someone who, should you have a disagreement or end up leaving each other, they're human enough to not act
like animals,
like animals towards you. Someone who can, you know, someone kind, who when you get into an argument, they don't end up calling the police on you. Someone who's thoughtful before they do what they're gonna do, even when you guys are separating, because separations are always ugly. But I don't know, guys, let us know what you think about this episode. But what I have to say again about concerning this woman, a mother's instinct,
it's always right.
It's always very strong. And you know very well, your child, she's feeling something is not okay when the child has been taken, okay? And you know, so you can imagine if that child ends up in the system, because even the man doesn't look mature enough to take care of their child. I wouldn't trust that man.
I don't know, we are judging here, but based off of the observation we've made, he looks like a man who would use the child to get to the mom.
Right. So guys, let us know what you think about this, because this man, like, you're out here saying, which we know it's not genuine, that the police beat you two against each other. But who called the police? And who ended up calling the police? What is it that you couldn't handle about this woman that warranted you to go ahead and call the police? And
You
then,
as a man, you couldn't handle this woman.
right?
Anyway, guys,
and we're not. Anyway, and then another thing you want to ask yourself is, when you're picking up that phone calling the police, what did you think was gonna happen? They're gonna come, sing kumbaya, and then leave? And she looks the way she looks. First of all, she's already disadvantaged. She's a woman. Second of all, she's black. So what did you think was going to happen? We'll leave it at that. Guys, let us know what you think about this episode in the comment section. Also, remember to subscribe if you have not. And we'll see you on our next episode.